Hey everybody, and welcome to Hobo's Hollow. This is going to be a special preview first look of a soon-to-be released map over at the Giants Mod Hub, hopefully. How is everybody doing this afternoon? Figure out why on earth my music ain't running. There we go. Get a little music going. Waylon, 5 Gin Farms, Tyler, GoldenEye, Sandman, Giza, Caleb, Travis, how you doing? I don't know if ZZ Janos is still around, but hey, welcome to the stream. Backbone, how are you doing, sir? I am super excited because this is a really cool looking map. We're going to show it off in a lot more detail once the pre-show is over. Since I know that it is grayed out a little bit and that silly logo is in front of everyone's face. But hey, this is going to be a 4X map, so it will be for PC only. And we're also going to talk a little bit about Farmers Only. Not the dating site, mind you. Farmers Only as in the farming club. The massively multiplayer online farming club, FarmersOnly.Club. I don't know if we've got any of those members in chat at this point or not. Jeff Scott, how are you doing today? Fine, sir. Fat Mouse Gaming, how are you? Oh, Caleb, I'd love to see photos of your farm if you're over on the Discord. Go ahead and put them in the screenshots area. It's always fun to see other people's creations. Everybody, it is Brad. Welcome, Brad. What do you got going on over here? A little construction working. Little constructing going on. Sumerian loves the Farmers Only Club. Not to be confused with the dating site, that is for sure. Cowman's car repair. I don't know if all the billboards are still up on this or not. I had a version earlier that had a whole bunch of Farmers Only billboards. I think they have to take those out for the Mod Hub submission. Hopefully they can keep these other cute and entertaining billboards in. Like Polly's Pigs. We're going to take a much closer look at all of this here very, very shortly. Glad you like the mod videos. I got 2 more scheduled for tomorrow, already recorded. I've got 2 I'm going to record for possibly Monday. And I have to say, thanks for slowing down there. I have to say, I've got like 5 map videos I have to try to record tomorrow and Monday before the ATS stream. I tell you, it's like feast or famine with Farmsim, and right now it is mega feast with respect to the cool stuff that is coming out over the last few days, the last week. I feel like the Mod Hub has really picked up its stride. We're under 1,000 mods pending testing as of Friday. That feels super exciting, right? We got some really, really awesome mods released this week. Game changers for both PC and console platform. We put out 3 map videos yesterday. Oops. 3 map videos yesterday. Like I said, we're going to have at least 1 map video released tomorrow, I hope. And maybe a map video released every day this week. Who knows? Mr. Marcel from Giants Only Wear. How about that? Someone is satisfied. That's right. Hey, at least you satisfied one person. That is the goal. That is the goal for sure. Oh, what is this? Circle C Saloon. Like, yeah, that's where all the farmers go, and farmers only to chill after a hard day of working out in the fields. I don't know if this map is supposed to kind of emulate anywhere in specific, but I don't know. It looks good. I like the feel of it. I like the feel of it a lot. Somehow I wonder. Miss, is this your vehicle? Is this your truck? Do you mind if I see if it's my truck? Oh my gosh, I seem to have left my truck down here. Thank you, miss. I'll just get out of your way, okay? No, Chris, not that farmers only. But kind of. They're not lonely over there either. They're definitely not lonely over there either. And when you're done farming, you just want to chill and relax, you can come out here to the river and do a little fishing. Not for real, but you can pretend all you want. Alfredo Farms, welcome to the stream. Oh, I got a... What are you lurking over there? Somebody's lurking over there in the woods. I hope all of these graphics can remain. They may have to come down, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the FarmersOnly.Club has to come down, but hopefully some of these other graphics will be able to stay up. Missed you yesterday in Forza Friday, Alfredo. Maybe you're busy, maybe you're out driving. So while we're waiting for the last minute countdown, what mods that came out this week were your absolute favorite? Let me know. Can you pick just one? Just one mod if you had to pick. What would be your absolute favorite to hit? Family stuff is always the most important stuff. Will, what is up? Toolbox mod. Sometimes it's the littlest things in life that are the most special, right? The logging winch. That mod review is going to drop tomorrow. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We are taking a look at Hobos Hollow. This is going to be a 4X map that will hopefully be released over at FarmersOnly.Club's in-game mod hub for PC only. Unless they surprise us and somehow 4X maps can make their way onto new platforms. But who knows what is possible in FS22 at this point. I don't know if this will be the first 4X map to hit the Giants mod hub. I think it might. It might just be, if it does manage to make it, or some other mod makes it here. But at any rate, we are here to give a first look preview of the map. And you know what? Everybody wants to know, what's that PDA look like? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at her. This map includes 57 fields, several buyable forests, and buyable building areas. And ultimately, at its heart, it is designed for multiplayer use. So its really design was for start from scratch or farm manager. And a starting farm has been built out for single player. Down here by field 4, you start out with field 4. But overall, there are several potential building areas on this map. We're going to take a look at that here in a wee little bit. But we are, heck, where are we even at? We are way over here at this point, making our way over to a couple sell points. Hobos Market. This map is put out by the FarmersOnly.Club group. Now, don't confuse them with the dating site. They're not trying to hook up farmers with other farmers, well, for dating purposes, but they are ultimately trying to hook up farmers with other farmers for the purpose of multiplayer gameplay. And they have some rather interesting multiplayer gameplay going on over there. Been talking to some folks over there for the last, well, honestly, they approached me back in FS19 about doing a video and live stream with them and stuff. And I told them, honestly, I just didn't have an opportunity to slot it in. Right, but yeah, they approached me about this, and I said, heck yeah, I'm all about doing map reviews. That sounds great. So we're going to talk today about the map. We're going to talk about FarmersOnly.Club, and maybe if what you were hearing is interesting enough, maybe you'll go check them out. Droot, he is one of the guys over there at FarmersOnly.Club, as well as I think we've got a few others in chat also. They describe themselves as the MMO of farming, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool concept. The way it was described to me is, let's imagine you're playing on this server, and you have, you know, money, obviously, and you have equipment. And let's say Alfredo Farms is playing on another server. Maybe he's playing over on the French Plains, and he's got a really big harvest of potatoes coming in, and he wants some help. Well, you, as a guy who's playing over here on Hobos Hollow, you've doubled down on potatoes, and you have everything you ever could need in order to harvest potatoes. So you offer your services and say, hey, I can help you over there on French Plain. I just need to jump the plane. I need to transport my harvester over there, and I'll be able to help you out. So through some kind of magic back-end magic, I just say magic happens. You know, you snap your finger and magic happens. Like, you snap your finger and somehow you are over at the French Plains map with your equipment, right? Your equipment is there, with your fuel in it, your hours on it and everything. It's not like new equipment shows up that you can use. Your equipment is magically transported over there that you can use. And then when Alfredo farms, he's so excited. He's so happy that you helped him out that he's going to pay you 50 grand. He's loose with the money. He's going to pay you 50 grand. You go back to Hobos Hollow with your harvester that now has even more hours on it because you used it. and you get 50,000 added to your bank account on Hobo's Hollow. It's a pretty cool concept. I have to say, if I had more time, I would probably be all over that style of gameplay. Patent Farmers Only is... There is a Farmers Only dating site, but that's not what this is. This is Farmers Only multiplayer Farmsim. So you can check them over at FarmersOnly.Club. It's a website. They've got a really cool website. I'm going to pull that up here in a little bit and show you. They've got some pretty interesting interface. And you can do all of that for the low, low price of $0 per month. Now, this is a 4X map. So yes, this is a very big map. We're going to be driving for quite a while. We're just coming over here to a forestry area, I believe. Yep. What do we have in here? Oh, we got a little campground. State Preserve is in here. How cute. Let's see, does this map have collectibles? I don't know. I don't recall any New England maps specifically. There was a New York map. Or there were a couple New York maps in FS19, but I don't think I've seen anything in FS22 yet. Alright, let's take to the skies. Remember, this is 4X, so these fields are a whole lot bigger than they look. Let's just go ahead and do a little fly around. So right now, FarmersOnly.Club, they've got 2 servers set up with Hobo's Hollow. As Root mentioned earlier, they just stood up the farming or the French Plains server. Each server accepts up to 8 players. And the way it's been explained to me is if you start with them, if you sign up and you want to join and experience Farmsim in a whole new way, you start up as a contractor. There is kind of a probation period where you play as a contractor, where you just join and either run server contracts or contracts for other players on the map. Now, like, for example, this field, what is it? Field 57. This is 89 acres in size, according to field info. And then after so many days of being a contractor or so many days in earning a specific amount of money, you can advance to farm manager, where you can run your own farm on one of the servers. And then at that point, you can help out players on that farm or on other farms, on other servers, transferring your equipment and your own bank account from one server to the next as you kind of jump around, helping other people out on other servers. It's a really interesting concept. Is there a cost to the service? No, it's free. FREE. They do have the ability to do some goodwill donations if you are enjoying the service and everything, but from what I understand, the service cost is free. They're basically either footing the bill themselves or help paying for it through the free will donations. Let me put a link to their site in chat so you can go check them out. Oops. Yeah, this stream is meant to be a preview of the map, but also talk a little bit about the FarmersOnly.Club service, website, and concept of playing. So 57 fields. You can see several of these fields could be merged together if you should so wish. Expanded. Here's one of those building sites. A couple building sites right here. Right by the shop. This would be prime territory in my opinion, because it is literally right by the shop. Super prime territory to buy your farm right there. But I really like the layout. I think it looks great. Nice mix of forestry and farmland. At least it did a super cool job. From what I understand, there may be more maps in development over there for use on their servers and hopefully released to everyone, because you know what? Everyone loves a good server, don't they? Now, one way you know this is a 4X map is if you take a look down at the coordinates. It might be hard to read, but if you look at the coordinates down on the mini-map, you'll see that we are well above 2048. So the extreme southeast corner of any standard size Giants map is going to be somewhere as close to 2048 by 2048. And then the extreme northwest is going to be close to 1, 1 or 0, 0. So the fact that right now we are at 3483 by 3045, that tells us that this is indeed a 4X map. If we could come all the way down here to the extreme southwest, it should be close to 2048. No, it should be 2048. 2048. Standard size map 2024, I think. Let's go over here and check out the starting farm in single player. Remember, all of this is a preview, so this is not yet released. Subject to change between now and final release, of course. We have a sell point. Sawmill over here to the right. In fact, the sawmill is the only pre-placed production, but there are other areas that you can put production down if you want to get into that aspect. So here is the starting farm. Oops, wrong button. To a farmhouse, right? Nice old rundown farm, because it is Hobo's Hollow, right? I mean, he's not stinking rich. He's got a nice house, but that's because, you know, the lady of the house insists on having a top quality house to live in. But Hobo's Hollow, he's got some lower standards with respect to his machinery and his other stuff. We got a nice easy shed going on here. And nothing is too good for his grain, so we have a nice Una grain elevator as the farm silo, and that is pretty much the main farm. Everything is sellable, which is super awesome, which means it's totally customizable. Totally customizable. And when you start in for the very first time, you actually land over here. We were over here talking to the nice little lady walking down the street, or walking down the path here. But this is right where you load in when you load in the map here at the fishing docks. Nice, cool little area. The map does have all the standard crops available to us here on FS22. Like I said, we start out in single player here by owning this hunk of land, $282,000. Remember, this is 4X, so we are talking, this is 12 acres in size. other possible building areas. 73,000 up here. Got a pair of little building plots. 43, 47,000. 73,000, 68,000. $295,000. $2 million. That must be where the sawmill's located. $87,000. We've got various forested areas scattered all around. I keep clicking on kind of the state-owned land. I mean, if you had $2 million, you could buy all of that also. So you could pretty much buy anything, all the pieces of land that are available on the map, which is a really cool concept. Just a little bit more driving around from the Mahindra, kind of get a roadside perspective of this place. Oh, that's pretty cool. So $22,500 per acre, which has been standardized across all maps. Oh, okay. The campsite will be a sell point when done. I've been talking with Haggis related to the map. I'm guessing he's the main map guy. Guy or gal. Yeah, really nice. I mean, very, very nice. I like how this all looks from ground level. Farmland's fairly flat. Custom growing map, yes, indeed. Thank you for reminding me of that. We do have a custom growth schedule. In fact, we can double crop soybeans or cotton on this particular growth calendar. So you can see we can plant our wheat, barley, canola, and oats. September, October, March, April, and May. We're going to be harvesting those June, July, and August. And what that means is we could harvest our wheat, barley, canola, or oats in June, plant our soybeans in June, and then harvest those sometime, hopefully in October, which could then allow us to repeat. So we could double up our crops for both soybeans and cotton. They're the only two crops that we can plant really beyond the May time frame. I don't really count poplar or grass or oilseed radish with that, but yeah, we have the ability to plant all of the crops. They are custom, which is a really cool concept. Don't have any animals at the start, but you know what? They're easy enough to put in, for sure. Bamba, it's a 4X map. So, river and grain. Oh no, Reverend Grain. Oh my gosh, I can't say anything. We hear Reverend Grain, a custom sell point. It does open things up, and I kind of wish that we would have seen a custom, or not a custom geo, but a different crop calendar between the three base game maps, right? Kind of wish we would have seen something in Elm Creek that was different than the French map, that was different than Arlengrad. That would have been really nice to have seen, and would have given map authors a really good kind of indication on what they could do. They could compare the growth schedules of the base maps and really maybe get a good understanding of how things are working. JFK, what is up? We'll just leave the PDA up. It's kind of out of the way. It's not that big. I have not heard from Paul Jr. recently. Farmer in the Dell, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Hobos Hollow. Put out by the FarmersOnly.Club group. As you can see, their billboard right there. This won't be a proper map review. We're going to be doing that once the map is fully released. This stream is all about just kind of exploring the map, showing it off, answering any questions you have, and talking about the FarmersOnly.Club service, which is pretty interesting, and I think would appeal to lots of players. They started a year ago, from what I understand, in January 2021. They describe themselves, if you're new to the stream, as the MMO of Farmsim. Players have the capability of basically moving between servers and transferring money to and from servers, as well as moving farm machinery and other such things to and from servers. I don't know if it's possible, but it quite possibly could even be possible to sell product from one server to the next. I mean, anything's possible. Caleb, they should all. From what I understand, Elbow Falls, they are totally independent of FSN. Totally independent of FSN. Let me look at wrappers, right? Let's look at wrappers. The Cooperland should wrap up to 150 centimeter round bale. The Coon should go up to 150 centimeter round bale. Now the Anderson wrappers, they will wrap all the bale sizes, but the pull behind wrappers should wrap the smallest and the second smallest bales without any issue whatsoever. Will be, so not right now, but coming soon, hopefully. The map is very loosely based in the northern United States, so like Michigan, New York, Montana, are you using a custom baler? It sounds like you're using a modded baler, and maybe that modded baler is making a non-standard bale. Just like the Heston baler from 4D Modding makes a non-standard bale, and you have to use the custom wrapper that he provides to wrap those. It's also a case where you can't wrap hay. I like this. I really like these field entrances. And then you have area here to stage. Right, you have area to stage your equipment. Look at this. Field 19. 47 acres of sugar beets. 47 acres of sugar beets. Michigan, Wisconsin, and a little pinch of Idaho. Idaho. I'm not the hoe, you the hoe, right? Idaho. That was a little Idaho joke. Polly's Piggies. Polly's Piggies is the animal dealer. And here we are, Clever Motors. The dealer. Massive area. I mean, utterly massive. I bet you that's where all the cool stuff spawns. Let's check. Let's check. Let's buy something. Let's buy a proper tractor. Where are you? Oh boy, look at that. So this map is definitely set up for buying a lot of stuff and big stuff. Because look where it spawns. We have this whole area over here. This whole area over here to spawn in the equipment. There's Polly herself, themselves, however they associate. Indeed, Mark, it would take all day to harvest. That's why you do it in multiplayer where you can invite your friends. Hence, FarmersOnly.Club, where farmers come together to help each other out in a whole new way of multiplayer. Andy, welcome to the stream. We have ourselves fuel. And I was reading these signs earlier. Hope these signs can stay. They're funny. Only 12 potatoes were stolen last month, and curiously, a single pig. Let's keep Hobos Hollow a safe place, everybody. Do you know where that pig went? Alright, just checking. To eat potato. Oh, look at that. And if you ever need some Bella Light, just come on in here to the gas station. Get yourself some Bella Light. Alright, as Officer Beep said, you keep an eye out for those pigs. I got a feeling those potatoes are long gone. Farming Adele, I think he's talking about FarmersOnly.Club. I think they're a great group. I don't know them personally, but I've been interacting with a few of their representatives for a little while. And there's no commitment, right? If you don't like them, hasta la vista, baby. Just stop, right? No commitment, no money. No money needs to change hands unless you want it to change hands. We've got a stone crusher. Zep Logistics and Heavy Haul. These are great. I love these. Oh, floaters. Yippee, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. We found some floaters. Found some floaters. Haggis can fix those before he sends it to Giant. Oh, now look at that. I always thought it was hilarious when you ship pallets of pallets. I don't know why. I don't know why I think it's so funny when you ship shipping materials. Dragon's grain elevator, super awesome graphics. Somebody over there is super talented. That's all I have to say. Like I said, we got prime building material right here. Prime building land. You build out your own farm. The map is really ultimately designed for multiplayer in Farm Manager or Start from Scratch. So the starting farm was really added just for people who may want to play in single player. Now let's go back here and look at what may be my favorite field of the map. Field 27, because I love me a field back in the middle of the woods. This looks like a field back in the middle of the woods. Yeah, very friendly for large machinery. Easily you could expand these and really make maximum use of all of your land. I do love me a field back in the woods. Triple D, this is a 4X map. It's unknown at this point if 4X maps can go on next-gen platforms, but in the past that has not been a capability. So I'm going to be safe to say that this is going to be a PC-only map, not crossplay. But then again, that might be different now that there are other optimizations in play. I don't think we've had a 4X map go to the Giants Mod Hub for potential consideration crossplay at this point. This map could break new ground. Hard to say. As we saw on the flyover, maps of all various sizes. Rabbit Rob, welcome. Watch out, everybody. Rabbit Rob's here. Make sure he doesn't run into you. Here we have... Oops, wrong way. Wrong way, Charlie. You have 3 smaller fields all lined up, but they're still 4X map. They're still 6 acres inside. 6 acres. Nearly 8 acres in size. Hi, Count Taz! Welcome to the stream. Doug Scott, no idea on release. It's going to be uploaded to Giants very, very soon if it's not already uploaded to Giants. I know they have been hammering out mods left and right on the testing, so could we see it this coming week? Hard to say, right? But it is going to the Mod Hub for consideration. That's what I've been told, at least. Nice rolling hills. The fields aren't flat, but they're also not super hilly. Those that haven't been here for a little bit, the map includes a custom growth calendar. It does indeed allow the double crop of soybeans and cotton. Now this area is pretty cool. We've got fields surrounding a hill that is obviously a little bit of a forest. Kind of an interesting design take on things. I don't know. Let's check. Let's do a little checky check and see if we have any custom placeables. Nothing on our sheds or silos. Looks to be a basic map. We do have the Circle S Saloon. We already have that pre-placed on the map, but you could put another one down if you want. Custom sell point. Base game animals. Oh, look at that. Drew's saying if you head over to FarmersOnly.Club and join, you can get it from over there today. Now they are. That's a question. That's a question for you, Drew. What would you thought about cross-play? Well, no, I guess not, because you've got your custom mods. The functionality that makes this whole multi-server movement happen, that probably can't be cross-play. So I suppose the service itself couldn't support cross-play. If you're in such a rush, I'll let you by. Jeez, people these days, they get in such a rush. Just want to look around. Just want to go for a nice Sunday drive. Literally. Tomorrow will be Sunday, not today. Unless you're in Australia. Welcome to the Australians. Might be a little too early for you guys, though. FarmersOnly.Club, totally free to join. No commitment necessary. Bubba Gump. Buy all your shrimp from Bubba Gump Farm Company. Oh, you know what? I would love for this to become a silo. Oh, I would love for this to be a silo. Wouldn't that be awesome if that was a silo? You know what else I'd love? I would love me somebody that makes this building useful. Oh. Let the doors open. I would love me some doors that could open. Yeah. The classic script problem. Classic script problem. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I'm fired up at them buildings. I want me to use them buildings. All right, we got our sawmill. This is the only pre-placed production, but there are plenty of areas that you can put down your own production. And we are back where we pseudo started at. Main farm's just up the street. Well, Zach, once you become a modder, then you're never without ideas. That's the dilemma. Once you start creating content, you're never going to not create content. Here we are, Circle C Saloon. Not to be confused with Circle C Salon. That's down the street. They do your hair. And after you get your hair done, you come here for the hoedown. That Hobos holler. Nice custom sell point. Worst mistake of your life is getting into modding. Now you have no time for anything else. And this, I think, is your lane. Just the lane back to your farm. Rick, you never missed it, because there's always the replay. Tyler says it's 8 a.m. Sunday morning in the land down under. Welcome Sunday morning to Tyler. I'm not really sure why the weight's sitting out here in the drive. I like this. This is really cool. I'm not really sure why there's a weight out here, but hey. And then if you're in single player, here's your start farm. But you can start really anywhere because you could sell this if you wanted. Easy enough. Fertilizing contracts are so profitable. Let's go do some farming. Do we have a? We do have a spreader, and we have a New Holland tractor. Excellent. Alrighty. Pardon me while I take care of some business. Let's go do a little farming on the map. We're in easy mode. But remember, these fields are big. Right? These are some big fields. So we're talking about a 4X map here, so they're a bit bigger than you might expect initially. So while we're on our way up here to the shop, let's talk about FarmersOnly.Club again and some of their gameplay. So they describe themselves, as I've said, as the MMO of farming sim, which I think is a pretty interesting idea. No, they're not out there hacking and slashing monsters and having daily raids. But what they do is they allow you to basically run your own farm on one of their servers after you have been a contractor for a period of time. And the contractor status really is to just build up your bank account, I think, to $500,000 and maybe show a little bit of a, the commitment to playing with their style of gameplay. And then once you have moved to a farm manager, you get a slot on the server. And then at that point, you are, you go out and you buy your land, you buy your machinery, you build out your farm, and you play on the server. And you can not only enlist help from other people on that server, but you could also elicit help from any other player on any other server, which is a really interesting concept. So, Farmer in the Dell, thank you so much for the $19.99 super chat. Much appreciated. So you could, let's say you were, the example we used earlier was Alfredo Farms is over on the French Plains, which is a new map that they just stood up on their service just today, I think. He's over on the French Plains, and he has a massive potato harvest. But for whatever reason, he just doesn't have the machinery to do it. So he has put out a call to all Farmers Only players saying, please, please come and help me, because I am massively not prepared. I could just do this because I'm an idiot. I am massively not prepared. Please come help me. So I, as a player over here on Hobos Hollow, have doubled down on potato machinery, and I've got everything. Why can I not? What's not going on? What? I have doubled down on. It does have that new Woodshire kind of look to it. I've doubled down on potatoes. Why am I not able to build? What the heck is going on here? Something. I can take my machinery to the other server and I can help him out. And then when I'm done, I can bring my machinery back to my own server, and whatever hours I put on it over at the French village or the French Plains stays on the equipment. And then any money that Alfredo Farms pays me for the... What the heck is going on here? Any money that he has paid me will come back over to my bank account also over on my home server. I should have left the front loader on there, shouldn't I? There we go, we'll get this one. That's right, you need to earn some money so you can get started. Oh, come on. Oh, you Jimmy Christmas. All right. Shh, don't look. Now we can go get to business. Worst game of claw ever. Oh, you little city drivers. I guess what I forgot. This video is brought to you by Hobos. Thank you for being a farm baron. I don't have the crash counter set up on my Farmsim buttons. What did Lift Hawk post? Let me check that in a minute. Where field 22 enters, but we're just gonna enter it here. Oh, it's okay. Can I tell you to... Oh. Lift Hog, it didn't like that because you put dots between the words. And Streamlabs is not the smartest bot in the world. And it assumes anything that has a dot between two words is a URL. David, I haven't really bothered to look at that because this map is still pre-release, so we're not going to rate any pre-release maps. So once the map goes full release, we will put it through the rating system. But I'd say right now it probably fares fairly well. We have just a rundown. We have a sawmill, and that's the only production on the map, but there are areas to place such things, so I don't see it scoring badly there. You can customize the main farm. You can pretty much sell everything that's on the main farm, so that's not a problem. There also are areas for you to build out your farm in other places, so should fare fairly well there. There is a custom growth calendar. That's really not a part of the grading or the rating, but that is a custom growth calendar. Pull that up right here. So you can see we have the ability to plant wheat, barley, canola, and oats well into spring. And then we have the ability to double crop soybeans and cotton, should we so wish, to get our wheat, barley, oat, or canola off the field. We can then put soybeans in the field and hopefully get it off the field before too late, and maybe even put some more crop back in the ground for next spring. I haven't looked at the sell points, really. There are several sell points. And we're using all pretty much base game buildings from Elm Creek, I think, for the most part. So the textures really shouldn't be an issue. As far as, let's go back to the contract screen. Remember, we're doing 28 acres. So we're fertilizing 28 acres, and we're going to get $21,000. That is on easy economy, because I just fired up new farmer mode. I didn't change the economy at all. What do you all that are watching think of Hobo's Hollow? While we're waiting, let's go pull up their website. Share their website a little bit. FarmersOnly.Club is the URL. They describe their service here. It's basically a MMO, as I've said before, of Farming Simulator, where you can basically play on your map, transfer your equipment and yourself to another map, help someone out on that map, bring your equipment back to your farm, and bring with it money that you may have been paid to help them out in their services. Right now they have 6 FS22 servers up and running. They have 2 Hobo Hollows, North Dakota, Heartland Springs, and they just started up the French Plain. 7 of 8 slots available. And I'd say this is pretty cool. I really like this interface. So if you're on their service, you can see the PDA. You can see where all the stuff is for all the people's stuff, right? You can see who's playing. And then you can come down here, and this is super cool. You can see where Field 4 is. You can see who owns it. You see how much it costs, how big the field is, how big the plot of land there is. So if you're looking to buy a field, you're like, oh, maybe I can buy it, right? Pretty interesting interface. I really like that. They have a wiki kind of describing their whole service and how it all works. So if you're interested in maybe a unique style of cooperative gameplay, might be interested to go check it out and see what they have to offer. Totally free to play. There is no monetary commitment if you don't want to. Ah, no. Good to hear. Glad you're loving the Medvedin map. I think you might like this map when it comes out. There's the PDA. I'll let some of the Farmers Only guys respond to a couple of those questions. The way I understand it is you start out as a contractor and you either run server contracts or contracts that farmers post, and then you earn money, right? And then once you've earned enough money and put enough time in as contractor, then you can basically get your own farm manager farm and move up from there and basically running your own farm on a server and then posting contracts for other farmers and other contractors. And apparently they've gone through on all their servers and normalized the field pricing to $22,500 per acre, so that every field on every map is basically priced out the same. So you don't play on a map that has super cheap prices. You don't play on a map that has super expensive prices. When they were describing it to me, I was like, man, if I wasn't a creator and I wasn't busy with every minute of my free time with creating content, I would be all over it, right? I mean, it just sounds like the perfect mix of being able to enjoy Farm Sim, enjoy it online with other people that enjoy Farm Sim, and then be able to take stuff from one server to the next, help somebody out from one server with your stuff, or just move over there, take yourself over there, use their stuff, and get paid for their work, and then you bring your money back with you. I really don't know how it all works on their back end, and magic happens, but yeah. Doug, I'm sure they're going to answer that, but I would guess Courseplay is probably not happening because it's online. It's multiplayer. Courseplay doesn't work in multiplayer. But also, the whole idea is to elicit help from the community. So if you were able to run, you know, a farm with 15 fields and just automate it all with Courseplay, then you don't have the multiplayer aspect. You have a single player game on a multiplayer server, and that's not the whole concept. The whole concept is community and enjoying the game with others in that multiplayer communal aspect. But Jeff, this is exactly, I think, up your alley, right? It's for players that want to play in a, I guess I'll say, pseudo-realistic manner, right? I don't know. They have rules. They do have rules. I haven't read through every single rule. They do have rules. Like you get fined if you transport goods in an unsafe manner. I guess if you have, like, pallets hanging off of a trailer. But I don't think the rules are unrealistic. Oh my gosh. I swear, these hired helpers. Just saw my money going completely down the drain. And, you know, Jeff, try them out, right? Try them out. If you don't like them, then you just say, hey, dude, I don't like you all. I want to go on my own again. No commitment, really, right? Try it before you buy it, but you know what? You never have to buy it because the service is completely free, and I think they're confident that enough people will enjoy the service that they will free willy donate to help support the service. Zach, it's exactly what Raz is trying to do, but he's trying to do it all. It's all manual, right? I would love for him to maybe move this over to Farmers Only and kind of partner and incorporate with that whole concept, because a lot of what he's trying to do is very manual, but it's very similar in line. Not to, you know, say that he should stop and change it, but the whole concept, yeah, of you join in on this community server, you put your time in, you earn money for every hour that you're on, and then when you have enough money, you can basically go out on your own on the next server, and then move your stuff around from one server to the next as you progress up the chain. But that's all very manual on the back end, the way it's going to work out. Where Farmers Only, they've got some magic. They've got some very talented programmers that are on board. And they have some magic that happens on the back end to really make their service pop. I will collect that money because my hired helper spent every dime of that buying fertilizer at an insane cost. Yeah, so y'all could join their Discord and just check them out. Right, there's a join link, an invite link on their website. I could put an invite link in chat too, if they don't mind. That was the goal of this first look preview, was to show off the map, talk about the map, and talk about their service as a whole. I wish I had enough time to play on their service, quite frankly. Noel C, that is by our good friend of the channel, GTX. That is right, we can make some hot pink bale wrapping now. Neon green. You could color code your bales based on when you wrap them. Right, so we learned during our Elm Creek live streams that bales are wrapped. Our wrap bales need to cook for a month in order to be ready to be silage. So you could have a color scheme going on where maybe you wrap orange bales 1 month, and then you wrap blue bales the next month, and yellow bales the following month, and then you kind of have your bales are color coded as to when you actually wrap them. I think that would be a pretty interesting and cool concept. But 68 acres. 68. I don't want you up. 68 acres is this massive field of soybeans. Holy cow, dude. How much you gonna pull off of this field? Look at my little piece of machinery down there. I'm not even at the top of the field. Jeff, are you talking about Courseplay? Yeah, Courseplay had that in 19. It was... I forget the mode. What was it? I forget the mode it was. But it was in 19. I stopped using Courseplay partway through my gameplay in 19. It was there. Shovelheads, welcome. I think it's a really cool map. I like it. I like it, and I think it's awesome that it's going to be released to everyone, not just those that are participating in the FarmersOnly.Club service. I think it's a really awesome map. I like the layout. I like the setup. I like the use of the little treat areas, the forest areas, to kind of divide up spaces. I like how we have multiple building areas. The river that runs between parts of it. Bypass islands, that is right. That's what it was called. Well, no, they're all, I mean, you can only wrap grass bale. So it's not like you can wrap straw or hay, and then you would color code them that way. You can only wrap grass. Yeah, I mean, I stopped using Courseplay in 19 because I felt Courseplay itself was janky. I used it a fair bit in 19 and 17, but ultimately I just stopped using it because I got to the point where I felt I was fixing it more than it would have taken me to have done the job myself. Right? By the time I spent making sure it wouldn't turn into, if I was harvesting and then I had another course going around and collecting stuff off the harvester, inevitably at the end of each row, they would turn into each other. And so every row I would have to go fix it, and it's like, oh my gosh, I could just do this myself. Yeah, I don't even think about it anymore. Reddit virus, welcome. How are you doing? Oh, did we miss this? No, this is Hobo. This is the Hobo sell point. This is the namesake, Hobo Farm Supplies. Ah, so this is the Idaho. This is a little bit of the Idaho. Hobo's in Idaho. Wow, that's right. Let's look at the sell points. Let's just do that. Bubba Gump, Farmers Market, Dragon's Elevator, H-Way Producers, Hobos Farmers Market, Reverend Grain, Circle C Saloon, we have Sugar Beet Cut. There are no animals built in, but you can sell all the animal outputs, which is good to see. Grass, uh-oh. No selling grass on this map. Not allowed. Cakes. Cakes. Get your cakes in. Drink them too. Circle C Saloon. So we're missing a couple sell points for a couple production items, but hey, you know, so are a lot of other maps. Lime, stone. Doesn't look like we have a bulk lime point, but hey, that's okay. I don't know how to pronounce your name, dude, but some of your, I don't know what you're saying. What kind of map is so interesting? Well, it's a 4X American style map that is soon to be released over at hopefully the Giants mod hub. I don't really know what the chastity belt has to do with anything, so we'll just skip right over that. And I assume you're meaning it looks to be like a beautiful map. And welcome from Ukraine. Courseplay manager. Yeah, farm manager, courseplay manager. Well, and all see it was on FS19 too. Supply and transport was in FS19 also. It came later on in the gameplay, but it did show up. A couple months, I think, before FS22 came out. Alfredo Farms found quote number 10. Mr. C. Maybe Mr. C is Bubba Gump. Field 68. Is that the field we're going to contract on? It's off in the distance. What is this? Ah, it's just a little bit of dirt. You see how fast we're moving down at the ground level, right? We're not slowing down when we get up here. It's just that's what a 4X map does. That's all good, Noel. It's all good. Now you have the perfect opportunity to play things that you didn't get an opportunity to play on in 19, right? 19 was a warm-up for 22. How about that? Where's my... Oh, there you... Oh my gosh, dude, you barely even touched the field. You are spreading at 42 meters working with, didn't you? Imagine the money you'd make off of this field. I think maybe we should lay that down as a challenge. Farmers Only crew should put sugarcane in this field. And they should do a massive sugar harvest. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, Jeff. Nothing wrong with continuing to play your favorite maps on your favorite game, right? Scooter's Workbench, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Fine, sir. Alfredo Farms found your latest quote. Poplars. I think sugarcane's more painful. Maybe let's do an impromptu poll. Impromptu poll. Let me get one made up. Let's do sugarcane, poplar, and we'll add grapes, olives, and potatoes. I think I can only have 4 options, right? I only have 4 options. Yeah, I can only have 4 options, so I have to mix them up. There we go. Vote! What is the most painful crop in Farming Simulator 22? Now's your time. Let your voice be heard. 68 acres of grapes. That would be hard. That'd be expensive. Oh, 50%. 50% say sugarcane. Let the votes roll in. Sugarcane is the overwhelming winner so far. I wonder if poplar's not winning because so few people have experienced it. Maybe that's why poplar isn't so high. Not a lot of people have used it, so they don't know how painful it really is. I only get 4 options. I only get 4. That's why I had to combine grapes and olives. We'll let that run for another few minutes. We'll let that run for another few minutes, see how things all work out. Apparently, Zach also needs to stop watching me because I give him ideas. I give him ideas. Then he has even less time to play. Chris, I'd rather do anything else other than 68 acres of grapes. Some of these are priceless. I need to be capturing these. And putting them up on the big screen. 68 acres of grapes. I'd rather do anything else, Chris says. People say I'm expensive, Zach. People say I'm expensive. Love it. Love it. There we go. Well, elbow falls, I think. Depending on how you are with realism, right? Sometimes realism and making things easy isn't necessarily, they don't necessarily go hand in hand. Potatoes it is. That's the only experience you've got. That's all we can go. All right, 50 votes. We're going to close the poll. 50 votes. Half of you didn't want to vote, or half of you aren't logged in to vote. So the winner of the most painful crop in Farming Simulator 22, oops, wrong, is sugarcane. That's right. After I did a sugarcane how-to video, I'm like, I'm done. No more sugarcane. I'm surprised that I still have fertilizer in the spreader. I don't know how I still have fertilizer in the spreader. Boy, we do have a nice view. I'm done sugar beets too. Well, I had to do the video. But now I got sugar beets over in no man's land. But I got decent size. I think I got decent harvesting equipment in plan. It's exactly because it's so painful to use the sugarcane harvester. 1 or 2 rows of sugarcane at a time, and it's so cumbersome if you're going to try to pull a trailer behind it for single player. Multiplayer, it's a little less painful because if you get enough people together, then you can have a nice chain of trailers and stuff. You know, it's like getting a nice group together to do to a big chaff harvest for the BGA. Mark DuPont, welcome. You have been AWOL for so long. How are you doing, sir? Are you tied up at the dock for the winter? Just for you, we'll do a little in-cab. In-cab. Hired help. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Tree in a field. Tree in a field. Watch out, everybody. Rabbit Rob's our little social butterfly. He knows everybody. Forrest. Mark DuPont, well, other than the fact that, you know, he did some really awesome roleplay series in FS 17. Did a little bit of gameplay in FS 19 and then just vanished from the face of the earth. So maybe you've watched some of his channel. All done when you've moved off the boat. That was your signature. He doesn't know everyone. He just wants to know everyone. And remember, Rabbit Rob, our goal for Monday is that you earn money. Even when you do good, you don't earn money. I don't understand. All right, we're gonna put up another poll, another fun little poll. Let me get this made up here. Okay, next poll. What do you think of Hobo Hollow? Answer. Shellbrook. I don't think I've seen Shell. Wait. Is that that's the Canada map? Shellbrook's that Canada map, right? I have not looked at that because it's behind a private group. Yeah, it's behind a private Facebook group, so no, I haven't looked at it. Do you like my choices? Well, Elbow Falls, what I was meaning was, you've seen those sugarcane harvesters that have like a 50-meter cutting width, right? That's the kind of mods I was talking about. These guys are getting annoying. Looked at the Michigan map. I debated a video on the Michigan map, but ultimately I think I'm going to decide against it because it requires you to have a Facebook account. So the only way to get to the play game button which takes you to the download, is if you have a Facebook account. So, yeah. I wouldn't have any. I wouldn't think twice about doing a video on it if it was available to where you didn't have to have a Facebook account to get to it. I can't believe. Yeah, we're working 42 meters and this thing is taking this long. Well, yeah, Mark, you have to request to get to the group. It might not be super seclusive, right? But still, the general idea is you have to have a Facebook account, and then you have to request to join the group just to get the map. It's more like some people are very anti-Facebook, right? Some people are very anti-Facebook. I'm not so happy with Facebook. I think they're the purest of all evils, but at any rate, there are some folks that will refuse to get a Facebook account, or they have gone through the Facebook cleansing, and therefore, you know, just like going through AA, right? You've cleansed yourself, and you're not going to go back. So some people have cleansed themselves of Facebook, and they're not going to go back. So I would rather not profile a map that is going to require a Facebook account. I don't have any issues with requiring login to just a general website, but yeah, sometimes there's a lot of anti-Facebook stigma. So if it's on Facebook, but you don't have to have a Facebook account to get to it, that's fine. It's just kind of being locked behind a Facebook account. Gold Pan Fam, thank you for becoming a farm baron. Now I will be updating the scrolling credits probably sometime Monday or Tuesday. I tend to do that at the top of the month and the middle of the month. So Gold Pan Fam, you'll see your name in that list here starting next week. Vicon Fast Baler is superior to all other round balers. Well, if you're going to make round silage bales, you might as well just make round bales all around. Right? No need to have two different types of bales, one because you're doing silage and one because you're not. Yeah, Bombed, I saw that and I thought about that a little bit. I thought about just posting the Mega Z link. We'll see. We'll see. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4. I've got at least 3 map videos I got to record tomorrow, possibly a 4th. I've got 2 more mod videos to do that I want to get done. I plan on live streaming again tonight at 8. So again in 3 hours on Elm Creek. And then typically we do a double header live streams on Sunday. So we'll be on No Man's Land tomorrow and Elm Creek again tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be a real busy day. And then I'm going to try to trickle those map videos out over the week. Possibly 1 a day. With these 2 mod reviews coming out Monday also. Because I won't be doing any any videos on any mods that drop in the Giants Mod Hub on Monday because I'm working. So I won't get back to the house until time to do our ATS stream. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna look at. I looked at Pacific Northwest before the stream. I'm gonna plan on doing a video on that one. That one looks like it's a pretty, not to use the word basic negatively, but it looks like a pretty basic farming map. Large square fields or semi-square fields, fairly flat. Should appeal to a lot of folks. Mark, I've been thinking. I thought about old streams too. I've been looking for a map to move away from Elm Creek on. I think Elm Creek is maybe a little played out at this point. You know, going into February, we've done live streams on it for a couple months now. That I think old streams may be a good move once it drops. I just hope I feel drawn into it. Well, thank you very much, Gold Pan Pam. Thank you very much. Oops, I keep clicking the wrong button. Alfredo Farms with the super chat if I missed it. Thank you very much. Like I said, thank you very much, Gold and Bam. Yeah, $50,000 to harvest that field or fertilize that field. Ooh, we got a harvest contract. Mark, what do you think of the sounds in FS22? I think they sound amazing. Oh, I agree, Mark. I thought, and I still think Elm Creek is probably the best map that Giants has put out yet. Between FS17 and now. Where's our field entry? Field 33 is right there. Where's our field entry? It's probably over here down by the road, I guess. Work is yucky. Work is yucky. Oh, I know, right? When the rams hit each other, or when the bed comes back down on the frame. Super awesome. Get a big harvest store. Interesting. Oh, what is this? Oats. Oat field. You've got the, I'm sure you got the manual mod, the manual attach mod. Did I hit the wrong trailer? Why did you not snap into place? Oh, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's try this. You go here. There he goes. I don't know, Mark, if there is. It would be nice if you hid the HUD if those didn't show up, right? Go. Let's ride along. See how it works. Who's blocked by now? What are you doing? Blocked by an object. Oh, I'm blocked by an object. The object is a stinking tree light pole. Right now, go to a destination. What? You didn't get very far either, did you? I'll just drive my own way. Did you see in the testing thread, there's some sort of realistic thing going on. There's like 3 or 4 mods in testing that had realism in the name. I don't know anything about them. Diablo del Toro. I haven't used any of the iconic mods in 22. ModHub dot, yeah, that's their general MO, is they repost everything without consent. It's a pretty cool map, Darren. We're just about done. It's going on 6 o'clock. I get off and make dinner for the fam, and then we'll be back at 8 on Elm Creek. I think it is a pretty cool map. Hopefully be released soon over at the Giants Mod Hub. Go ahead and close out the poll. What do we got? 56 votes. 25% see they've seen worse. You couldn't get more one-sided than that question, huh? Or you gotta play the map, or have I've seen worse? Why are you stuck? That's okay, Diablo del Toro. Maybe one day, all players will be able to enjoy maps of 4X. I don't think, Mark. I have seen mods posted other places and then show up in the mod hub. Robert, is that the thing that's like a sideways harvester? You never know, Robert. Someone might be working on the model right now. You know, it takes a while to build those things in Blender and such. There isn't a town. No, there's no town. There's no formal town per se. Closest thing you get to a town is the dealership and the animal dealer, and a couple sell points right next to each other. Willie, welcome to the channel. Thank you for the sub. In the black market. Well, it's when they actually post their own mods on the black market that's okay. The problem we have right now is unauthorized conversions of stuff. Like, hey, this is a really cool mod, and it's been 3 weeks, and the mod author hasn't put out their own copy of it yet. So here's my down and dirty conversion that may or may not actually work. That's the problem. Oh, look at that beacon. How many of you are enjoying your collector's edition beacon? You ought to be done. Yeah, I know you looking for a project. DJ love noise. DJs do love noise. Thank you, sir. Scofer, evening to you. It is. I see that. I see that point of view, Mark. But also, there's right now what's going on is some people are so nice that they convert something and then never put their name on it. But the conversion is actually just flat out horrible. So in the end, it's a conversion that likely doesn't work in the first place and has the original author's name all over it. And since most of those rehoster sites don't tell you who actually uploaded it, well, the mod author that actually put it out, that didn't actually convert it, gets bad press. Right? We are harvesting oats. We're on an oat contract. Zach's got to make the entire thing from scratch. So yeah, just running an oat contract. Good for your cousin. Good on him, right? Good on him or her, right? We don't want to pigeonhole him. Philippe, thank you for the sub. Very appreciated. All right, so to wrap things up and to summarize before we head out for the day, we have been playing tonight on Hobo Hollow. This is a map soon to be coming to Farming Simulator 22. It's going to be uploaded to the Giants Mod Hub very soon for consideration and possible release. This is a 4X map, so it is very likely going to be a PC only release, but that also means that this is 4 times the normal land mass of a standard map. So these fields are a whole lot bigger than they look. This map is put out by the FarmersOnly.Club group, which offers a very interesting spin on gameplay. We've been talking about that interesting spin during the stream, and several members of the Farmers Only Club, our group, have been in chat helping out with answering questions about their service. They are not to be confused with the dating site Farmers Only. They are not all about dating, but they are about getting Farmsim players together in a like fashion that enjoy playing in multiplayer. And they have some rather unique and interesting gameplay capabilities. So for imagine that I have a massive field of oats that I need to harvest. Not this field, but a massive field. And I need help because I am under the gun. So I can elicit help from other players in Farmers Only, from other servers. They can bring their harvesters to this server, and they can help me harvest my crop. And then they can take their harvesters back to their server. Whatever hours, whatever fuel they use on it over here, stay when they move over there. And then I can pay them for their services, and they take their money with them back to their farm on their servers. It's a really cool concept. They describe it as the MMO of Farmsim. I encourage you to go check them out over at FarmersOnly.Club. They are a free service, but if you wish to donate or subscribe in some way, then they also offer that concept. So let's see, do I still have that URL in my paste? Here I do. So that is their website. Encourage you to go check it out. Free to join, no commitment. Right, what's the worst? You could join them and find out that they are an evil, hateful group of people, which I doubt you're going to experience. Or maybe their gameplay just doesn't line up with your way of gameplay, and you know what, and then you just move on. Right? But you tried. So I'm going to go ahead and break here. Thank you all for coming out and watching. Like I say, keep an eye out on the testing thread over at Giants to see if this map pops up in the testing thread later this week. And we'll be back here live streaming on Elm Creek in approximately 2 hours at 8 p.m. Eastern. Until next time, happy farming.